Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Lauren, and for this week's video I'm knitting the spot sweater designed by Anne Ventzell. I'm really excited because this is my first project of 2025, and my goal this year is to take on projects that teach me more as a knitter. And for this project I'm excited to do my first colorwork sweater. Let me show you the pattern real quick. I'm going to be following the pattern printed out in my pattern binder, and let me say I tried to cast on this sweater multiple times and I just got extremely frustrated, but then I saw that the pattern actually comes with tutorial videos that run you through kind of the harder bits of the pattern. So I watched those yesterday and I'm really excited to start it because it really shed a lot of light on what I found frustrating. I'm going to cast it on today, and let me show you the yarn I'm going to use. I'm going to be using Double Sunday, and this is in the colorway 1015. I'll also put the colorway name here, and I'll be knitting it with a strand of mohair. This is from the company Meijo in their cream color. And then I also have another strand of Double Sunday. This is in the shade black, and this is for the complement color, or color B. I want to show you real quickly why else I'm not adding in the black mohair. I knit a gauge swatch with the black mohair. Here it is, up close. I kind of thought the black mohair like muddied it up a little bit, so I'm not going to include it, and I definitely will be using black mohair in the future for another project, so I'm going to hold on to the mohair and not use it. But yes, I was very excited about a month ago, and I started the gauge swatch just to see if I would like the pattern, intending not to knit it in black and white, maybe in a more fun color, but I kind of fell in love with just the black and white, so I decided to keep this color combo. I have mostly all the yarn on hand except for the white mohair. I only have one ball, but I have 5 more balls of this mohair coming in the mail. For the project, I really wanted to go over how much the yarn would cost me, and with the Double Sunday, the mohair, and the black Double Sunday, the original cream was $55. The Double Sunday black was $33, and the Meijo pearl mohair $95. The reason the $95 is because I originally ordered this with a few other colors, and then I decided I really liked the mohair, so I decided to order 4 or 5 more skeins. Each time I ordered from them, it was $35 for shipping. Maybe not the best decision, but oh well. But yes, so in total that comes out to a little over $200. But yes, I also will begin by casting on the sweater in 4.5 circular needles, and I'll start by casting on the back bit of the yoke, and then after working a few rounds, I believe you cast on the extra stitches for the front, and then you begin on the yoke. So I'm gonna start on that today, and I will let you know how it goes. It is day 2 of working on the spot sweater. I wanted to show you the progress on the yoke really quickly. Here is the back of the sweater, and then the front where I joined in the round last night. I've really been enjoying the pattern so far. One thing that's different about this raglan pattern versus other raglan patterns are all the increases are reverse yarn overs and yarn overs versus make one right and make one left, which has been really fun. And when I joined in the round, I cast on new stitches in the front, and I broke both the white and the black yarn, and then started in the round on this initial back raglan increase, which is also pretty interesting. But I realized not too long ago I actually don't know how to properly knit colorwork, so today I'm gonna actually watch a few videos on how to like properly hold yarn and do floats and all that fun stuff, because now that I'm knitting it, I am obviously knitting the pattern and it's working out well, but I just want to make sure I'm doing everything technically correct. I am happy to report I am halfway through the yoke of the sweater. Here's the front and the back. I've done a total of 15 raglan increases. I am also going on strong on my 1 ball of mohair. The 5 other balls have not come in the mail yet. Every time I look up like the tracking for the package, it's all in French and I'm a little too lazy to translate that. But I think I'm just gonna finish the current design I'm working on, which I think I have 3 more rounds, and then I'll finish the full pyramid design and then I'll stop there for the night. Since I don't have the rest of the mohair, I'm not just gonna try to speed through this project because I don't have any yarn after this ball. But yes, so I'll just finish what I'm working on. I'll end it for tonight, do something else, maybe read a book, and then start on it again tomorrow morning.
Myself that I didn't finish this because it probably would have gone quite good. It's kind of the perfect time to be working on this. It's April now, and I can easily finish this by the summertime. I could be speaking all of these. I do have some other really exciting.
Hello, it is December 21st. I've been working on the yoke of the sweater the last few days. Let me show you my progress. I am 2/3 of the way through the increases, so almost done with the yoke. Here she is, the front and the back. I did a little research into how to knit color work, like technique wise, and I'm making sure to leave plenty of room for the floats for color B, just to make sure I don't get that puffing. Unfortunately, the puffing is still happening. Let me show you real quick. So I think I can block it out when the sweater is fully done, but if you kind of, I don't know if you can see it like along here, but the fabric is puffing up a little bit, but I am making sure to give plenty of like, oh, what's the word? Tension, or like not too much tension on the yarn, on the floats, so when it blocks out, it should all work out okay. So I'm leaving today to spend time with my family for the holidays. We have an Airbnb rented out in Golden, Colorado, so I'll be driving up there today. Unfortunately, I don't have enough mohair to make it through the 5 days, so I hand wound a skein of sock yarn. Here she is. It is the color Orca by Hedgehog Fibers. It's a nice tie-dye black and white yarn. Right now, it kind of looks like it's just like a self-striping, but I believe it will knit out so it kind of looks more like tie-dye and variegated. But very excited to cast these on. I'm gonna pack everything I need, my little shorty needles, DPNs. I will be knitting, once again, a pattern out of the sock project book. I will be doing the basic sock number 2, the afterthought heel. The plan for the rest of the morning is to pack up my suitcase, my project, everything I'll need, and then I'll be spending the holidays with my family, which I'm very excited for. Hello, it is December 26th. All 5 balls have come in the mail and I've been loving working with this yarn. Now that the mohair has come in the mail, I can cast on the collar of the sweater. Today I did pick up 3.5mm needles. They are from Chaigu and they are their red lace needles, and I believe they are 40 centimeters long. But yes, my goal today is to cast on and finish the collar, and then tomorrow I want to split the sleeves and the body. I feel this is pretty realistic. I'm just gonna hang out on the couch the rest of today working on the collar, watching Harry Potter, and maybe making myself a cup of tea. It's December 28th and I wanted to show you my progress from yesterday. I successfully added on the collar and split for the sleeves. Here she is. So now that I have split for the sleeves, I think that's the end of all the hard techniques or new techniques that I've learned. All I have to do is stockinette stitch with the colorwork pattern for the body and the sleeves, do the ribbing, bind off, and that should be it for the sweater. So next time I check in, it'll be when the body is done, but I'll kind of show you my progress day by day. I feel confident I can get the body done in maybe 3 to 4 days, but I will let you know how it goes.
So
Hello, it's January 1st, first day of 2025. I wanted to show you the progress on my sweater. So today I adjusted the collar of the sweater. I'll show you real quick. When I had originally done the collar, I had made it too tight and I kind of twisted bits of it. So I just decided I'd redo the collar, and I also made it a little bit smaller. So seamed it in closer towards the inside of the sweater. And then last night, this is a little bit bigger, I finished the body of the sweater. So I bound off and I did the ribbing last night for New Year's Eve, and so now I am halfway through my sweater. Next step are to do the sleeves, but unfortunately I was looking at the pattern and I need 4.5 millimeter needles, either as double pointed needles or circular needles that are 40 centimeters long. Unfortunately, I don't have ones that are that small in circumference, and all the yarn shops are closed today. I work tomorrow until about 6:30, so I'm gonna see if I can stop by a yarn shop after work and pick up the circular needles that I need to work on the sleeve. I work the next 3 days, so I'm gonna try to get started on the sleeve, and then I will check back in at the end of the week, so for my weekend in about 3 or 4 days. But fingers crossed I can get the not double pointed needles, circular needles, and start on sleeve number 1. Hello, long time no see. It is February 3rd. I wanted to take a few weeks to wear the sweater, see how the yarn kind of wore and tore with time. The only concern I have so far is underneath the sleeves. You can't really see it, but where there is a lot of friction on the underarms, the mohair is starting to pill a little bit. Personally, I don't mind pilling. You know, if I'm gonna take like 100+ hours to knit a sweater, taking like 30 minutes to depill the sweater every few weeks, totally fine by me. But other than that, the final fit of the sweater I'm absolutely in love with. I wanted to talk about the before and after blocking and the final fit of the sweater. I'll let you know the amount of positive ease and so on and so forth. So if you wanted a similar fit for yourself, if you are knitting the sweater, you can do so. Also, if you hear loud purring, Luna is like right here. So that's why. I have all of my notes written down. I'm gonna go through the final fit of the sweater. So before blocking, from the back of the neck down to the actual bottom of the body, it was 44 centimeters. And then after blocking, it grew to 52 centimeters. So 8 centimeters in growth. You can see in the actual video before blocking, it was quite cropped. And the after, it's still cropped, but I feel like it's more, it's really what I was going for because I tend to wear high-waisted jeans and it meets just a few centimeters past the buttons of my sleeves, which is exactly the fit I wanted. You can also see in the video of me blocking, I was really like tugging on the body because I really wanted it to grow. And I've only been knitting for about 2.5 years, and every time I block a sweater, it grows quite a bit. So I knew that going into it, so I took a little bit of a risk, knitting it extremely cropped. And even people made, like I went to a yarn shop, lamb yarn shop here in Denver, and I was knitting on the sleeves and they're like, wow, the body's quite cropped. I'm like, yes, but that's planned. It's gonna grow when I block it, and I think it's the perfect length. As far as the sleeves, before blocking it is 32 centimeters and after blocking is 36 centimeters. I already liked the length of the sleeves. They met like maybe just about here on my wrist, but when I kind of pulled my arm upwards, it would go to bracelet length. So after blocking, getting those extra 4 centimeters, no matter if my arms are inwards or outwards, the sleeves aren't too long, but they also don't cinch up, if that makes any sense. I believe in the original pattern, the pictures that I'd seen, the sleeves were quite long and I really didn't want that. It kind of reminded me of Ariana Grande in her fashion a few years ago where she'd wear like oversized sweatshirts and her like sleeves would go all the way past her hands. I really didn't want that. I did want a shorter sleeve, and I think once again, perfect length. I was really nervous going into the before of the blocking because like the sleeves felt short, the body was short, even like the body just felt tighter than I wanted it to be. And after blocking, I think it just bloomed beautifully to the perfect length, and like stretching out the body more than the sleeves worked out great as well. But taking that risk was stressful, but I'm super, super happy it paid off. All right, as far as positive ease, my bust circumference, I believe it's 36 centimeters. And then the actual like width of the body is 50 centimeters. So I had 14 centimeters of positive ease, which isn't tight against the body, but it's also not oversized. I think it's a great in between to wear something, it's like a piece I can dress up or dress down, either with like a pair of leggings and going to the grocery store, or a nice pair of jeans and earrings and go out for a nice dinner. I've really enjoyed this piece. I enjoyed knitting it. It is my first kind of exploration into color work, and I'm not slowing down. I mean, I do want to work on more color work going forward into the year of 2025. I am working on a project right now that's not color work, but I have been looking at more like color work yokes because I feel like I really want to learn more in that area. I found a lot of new patterns I'm really excited about. But I've gotten a lot of compliments, not only at work, but like walking around town. People have been like, oh my gosh, I love your sweater. And I'm like, I hand knit it. And it's like the best feeling ever. Actually, I was grabbing a cup of coffee and I ran into a knitter. She was asking for my coffee order. She was working in the cafe. She's like, oh my gosh, I knit too, but like nothing as cool as you. Like, that's amazing. And I gotta say, I wish more people like had more confidence in what they do. Like, knitting is such an amazing craft and it's not necessarily easy. So even if you're knitting something as simple as like a scarf, like be proud of yourself, you know? I'm proud of what I did, and it took lots of time to get here, and I'm happy to see what I achieve in the future, but I'm happy that I have that confidence. And more people should have that confidence because this is a really cool skill. Let's be proud of ourselves. But yes. Oh, also, for the sweater, the inside, of course, you have the floats. So the fabric is also like double knit. Here, I'll show you. I love the look of the floats, by the way. But with the floats and the mohair, it is a very warm sweater. Thankfully here in Denver, it gets very cold, so I can wear like the sweater with a puffer jacket or just the sweater alone if it's like fall time, and it's the perfect layer. But if you live somewhere like San Diego, Hawaii, or like places where it's always warm, I wouldn't recommend it, or maybe going without the mohair, just because with the floats making it double knit and the mohair being extremely warm, it's a very warm sweater. So just keep that in mind if you plan to knit it. I would say, I haven't knit very many patterns, but this pattern with the adjustments I made is a 5 out of 5. I loved it. I love the fit. It's one of my favorite sweaters, and it was one of the most technically challenging to date. So I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I've seen a lot of these where people knit them with scrap yarn, so I wouldn't be surprised in the future if I did a scrap yarn project using this pattern. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you too are gonna knit this sweater. So I'm curious, if you were gonna knit the spot sweater, what colors are you gonna use? Are you gonna use scrap yarn and do a fade, or are you gonna do black and white, or some kind of fun color combination? Let me know in the comments below. But I will see you next time, and thank you so much for watching.